Hey, Yankees fans, let's talk about something that has the potential to completely reshape the team as we know it. Right now, there's an energy in the air, a feeling that something huge could be on the horizon for New York. The team has been exploring options, and there's one name that has been buzzing louder than any other in recent trade chatter: Corey Seager. The idea of bringing him into the Yankees lineup has been floating around, and it's not just a casual rumor. This is serious, strategic thinking at the highest level, a potential move that could change everything from the leadoff spot all the way through the heart of the batting order. Seager, with his proven track record, brings not only elite hitting skills, but a level of playoff experience that the Yankees have been craving. He's a player who has delivered when it matters most, who has carried teams in high-stakes situations, and his career playoff numbers reflect that dominance. We're talking about a two-time World Series MVP, an NLCS MVP, and a career postseason OPS north of .850, with seasons where he topped a 1.0 OPS. That kind of production doesn't just appear on the market every day, and having him potentially available for the Yankees is a scenario that fans are drooling over. Now, let's talk about why this can make sense. Anthony Volpe has struggled at times, and while he's shown flashes of promise, the team needs consistency, especially at the shortstop position. Last season, Volpe's numbers dipped significantly, and it became clear that the Yankees cannot afford to have a weak link in such a critical spot if they're aiming for a serious championship push. Moving on from him would be logical, and replacing him with someone like Seager, a player who has been a cornerstone for multiple teams, would be a monumental upgrade. The beauty of this potential deal is not only the immediate talent infusion, but also the way it reshapes the Yankees' lineup structure. Imagine Seager leading off, getting on base, setting the stage for Aaron Judge in the two-hole, and then building momentum through the heart of the order with Cody Bellinger, Giancarlo Stanton, and the rest of the core players. It's a lineup that starts with speed, versatility, and plate discipline, then layers in raw power, experience, and the ability to deliver in clutch moments. Every element is covered, and it creates a balance that the Yankees have been searching for. Of course, executing a deal of this magnitude would not come cheap. The Yankees would have to put together a package that includes top prospects, pitching talent, and possibly a combination of other young assets. It's not as simple as swapping one player for another. This is a blockbuster trade scenario that requires careful planning, negotiation, and timing. But from what we've seen, the Yankees are in a position to make aggressive moves. The front office, led by Brian Cashman, has a history of taking calculated risks when the opportunity presents itself, and this feels like one of those moments. The team has the resources, the prospects, and the motivation to go all in for a player who could immediately impact the roster and elevate the Yankees to a higher level of competitiveness. Looking at Seager's recent history, it's clear why he's such a coveted asset. After being signed by the Rangers as their starting shortstop, he proved his worth not only with consistent regular season performance, but also by leading the team to a World Series championship and earning the World Series MVP in the process. Even during seasons when his stats dipped slightly, the Rangers showed patience, understanding that a player of his caliber is capable of bouncing back and performing at an elite level when it matters most. That resilience and ability to perform under pressure is exactly what the Yankees need in their quest for another championship. There's also the intriguing aspect of roster flexibility. By bringing in Seager, the Yankees could restructure positions and optimize their lineup in ways that maximize both offensive output and defensive stability. The leadoff spot would be secured by a high on-base percentage hitter. The heart of the order remains powerful, and younger players on the roster get the chance to develop without the pressure of carrying the team single-handedly. Even for players like Volpe, a change of scenery could be beneficial. While he wouldn't be the centerpiece in a trade like this, he could find a role on another team where his talents are better suited and where the expectations allow him to grow at his own pace. For the Yankees, it's about assembling the pieces in a way that solves multiple problems simultaneously. Reports indicate that other teams, including Boston and Atlanta, have expressed interest in Seager, but the Yankees' position remains strong. Their willingness to move significant prospects and possibly a combination of pitching talent makes them credible contenders in these trade discussions. Names like Dax Milne, Elmer Rodriguez, Ben Hess, Bryce Cunningham, and others have been mentioned as potential components of a package. The key is understanding that while Volpe could be included, he's not the main attraction. The trade would hinge on young talent that has the potential to develop into impact players, while immediately providing the Yankees with a proven superstar in Seager. The timing couldn't be more critical. The Yankees are in a win-now mindset, facing the reality that every roster decision impacts their championship window. Shortstop is a position that has long-term implications, and landing a player who can excel both offensively and defensively is paramount. Even if Seager's acquisition requires giving up multiple prospects, the payoff could be monumental. It's a classic case of front-loading talent for immediate success. And given the team's current trajectory, it's a strategy that aligns perfectly with their objectives. There's also a broader strategic perspective to consider. Bringing in a player of Seager's caliber signals to the rest of the league that the Yankees are fully committed to contending at the highest level. It's a message to rivals and a boost to team morale. Players know when management is willing to make bold moves, and it can elevate the entire clubhouse. Imagine stepping into the season knowing that the front office has actively pursued the best talent available, aligning the roster to compete not just in the division, but deep into the postseason. That kind of confidence can translate into on-field performance, creating momentum before a single pitch is thrown. While nothing is guaranteed, the pieces are coming together in a way that makes this scenario plausible. The combination of a struggling incumbent at shortstop, a superstar available on the market, and a front office willing to assemble a blockbuster package is rare. The Yankees have historically thrived in situations like this, making high-stakes moves that others might shy away from. The trade chatter surrounding Seager has the potential to be more than just speculation. It could be the blueprint for a transformative offseason move that redefines the team's identity for years to come. Now, let's break down the finer points of how a trade like this could unfold and why it makes perfect sense for both the Yankees and the Rangers. From the Rangers' perspective, Seager is an elite shortstop, no doubt, but they also have to think about long-term sustainability. There's a balance between retaining top talent and managing payroll, while also considering prospects who could develop into future stars. The Yankees are a unique position where they can offer a package that satisfies the Rangers' needs. They have depth in both pitching and young position players, which gives them flexibility to craft an offer that is competitive but also allows them to retain a strong core for the future. When you look at the potential prospects involved, names like Dax Kilby, Spencer Jones, Jason Dominguez, and even some young pitchers like Ben Hess, Bryce Cunningham, or Elmer Rodriguez Cruz come into play. Each of these players has upside, and when packaged strategically, they could provide the Rangers with a mix of near-term contributors and future high-ceiling talent. The idea would be to give them enough value to consider moving a superstar while also maintaining the Yankees' ability to compete immediately. For the Yankees, the payoff of acquiring Seager is enormous. The team has a serious gap at shortstop, and Volpe, while talented, has yet to consistently deliver at a level that matches the team's championship ambitions. His numbers last season, with a batting average of just .212 and an OPS of .663, highlighted the challenges the Yankees face if they want to contend at the highest level. By contrast, Seager offers immediate offensive production, elite on-base skills, and the ability to hit for power when needed. Beyond the numbers, he brings leadership and playoff experience, which are intangible but critical factors for a team chasing a World Series title. The Yankees lineup would instantly be elevated, giving them flexibility in how they structure their batting order and allowing other core players to settle into their natural roles. With Seager at the top of the lineup, Judge in the 2-hole, Bellinger at 3, Stanton at 4, and Ben Rice at 5, the Yankees would have a lineup that blends speed, power, and consistency. It's a formula built for winning games in high-pressure situations, the kind that matter most when October arrives. The idea of moving Volpe, even as a secondary piece in this trade, is also intriguing. While he's had moments of success, particularly in playoff scenarios early in his career, he hasn't consistently performed at a level the Yankees require. A change of scenery could benefit him, allowing him to find a role on a team where he can grow without the immediate pressure of being a cornerstone. From a Yankees perspective, including him in a trade package makes sense, but he's not the headline of the deal. The real focus is Seager, and everything else is about assembling enough value to convince the Rangers to part with him. Financially, this type of trade is complex. Seager carries a significant salary, but the Yankees have the resources to absorb it, and the value he adds on the field justifies the investment. The return on this type of move isn't measured in money alone. It's measured in wins, playoff positioning, and the potential to contend for championships immediately. The Yankees are a win-now team, and acquiring a player like Seager signals a commitment to that philosophy. It's about maximizing the current window of opportunity while still planning for the future. This is not a gamble. It's a calculated risk with the potential for a huge reward. Beyond the immediate impact, think about the message this sends to the rest of the league and to the players already on the roster. When management makes bold moves like this, it creates a culture of competitiveness and accountability. Players see that the front office is serious about winning and that no corners will be cut in pursuit of a championship. That mindset often translates into on-field performance, where players elevate their game because they know the team is fully committed to success. It's a ripple effect, and in a clubhouse like the Yankees, where expectations are always sky high, it can make a meaningful difference. Of course, trade talks of this magnitude are never straightforward. The Rangers will want to extract maximum value, and that likely means multiple top prospects and possibly some young pitchers with high ceilings. The Yankees, meanwhile, have to balance giving up enough to be competitive in negotiations while retaining enough future talent to maintain a strong organizational foundation. It's a delicate balancing act, and one that will require sharp negotiation skills, strategic foresight, and timing. From everything we've seen, Brian Cashman and his team have the capability and the appetite to pull this off. They've historically demonstrated a willingness to make bold moves when the opportunity aligns with team needs, and this scenario is a perfect example. Let's also consider the timing in terms of injuries and roster adjustments. With Volpe currently dealing with setbacks, the Yankees will likely rely on backup options like Jose Caballero to cover shortstop duties temporarily. However, that is not a long-term solution for a team that wants to compete at the top tier. Acquiring Seager would eliminate uncertainty at that position and allow the Yankees to plan their lineup and roster moves more strategically. They could focus on pitching depth, bench strength, and overall roster balance without worrying about a critical gap at shortstop. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. Whispers around the league have suddenly turned into a roar. BICHETTE, the standout infielder who has long been a cornerstone for his team, is reportedly heading to the New York Yankees. While nothing has been officially confirmed beyond the buzz in media circles, sources close to the matter suggest that the Yankees are eyeing BICHETTE as a transformative addition to their infield, potentially reshaping their lineup in ways fans have only speculated about. The speculation alone has sent shockwaves through both the fanbase and the locker room. BICHETTE, known for his explosive bat and slick glove work, is widely regarded as one of the most dynamic infielders in the game. Rumors hint that the Yankees envision him slotting seamlessly into a keystone role, pairing with their existing talent to create a defensive and offensive synergy that could tilt games in their favor. Analysts are already debating how his presence might shift the balance of power within the division, and whether this rumored move signals a broader strategy by the Yankees to aggressively pursue top-tier talent. Fans have taken to social media in droves, dissecting possible scenarios where BICHETTE would bat, how he might impact the clubhouse dynamic, and what his arrival could mean for the Yankees' long-term plans. Some insiders speculate that this could be the beginning of a new era in New York, one where the Yankees once again assert themselves as a dominant force, not just through legacy and branding, but through the acquisition of star power capable of delivering instant results. Of course, as with all things rumor-driven, caution is warranted. Trades of this magnitude rarely unfold quietly, and the whispers surrounding Bichette's move could just as easily fizzle into nothing more than speculation. Yet, the very fact that the conversation is heating up suggests that the Yankees front office is actively exploring ways to make a bold statement. Baseball circles are buzzing, and if Bichette's name keeps surfacing in connection with the Bronx Bombers, one thing is certain. The league is watching, and so is every fan with a Yankees cap in hand. Whether this transfer materializes or remains a tantalizing what-if, the chatter alone has already energized discussions about the infield, potential lineups, and the Yankees' ambitions. Bo Bichette, wherever he lands, is guaranteed to leave a mark. And if the rumors hold, the Yankees may just have added the missing piece they've been chasing for years. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.